Yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans, welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of your top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric, main man right over there. Ron, how are you tonight?
I am feeling pretty good, and I am fired up to lose some Christmas cards today.
Hey, man, it's been a while. I think you need to get back on that horse because all our exes live in Texas, my friend. So we're a little country themed tonight. I'm not a big country fan, but
and it's like, I mean, look at this guy. All of his ex-teammates are all in Dallas, and he's going to go see them today. Well, not today, but Sunday.
But yeah. So first and foremost, if you are joining us live, please join the chat. Let us know if you have any opinions or anything that you'd like to talk about. We'd love to hear from you tonight. As well as we want to take some time, first thing, to thank those that are continuing to help us grow. First and foremost, 99.1 WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia. Thanks for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as SEC TV Public Access Channel 12 in Southeast Connecticut on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. And Ron, a big friend of ours over in Providence.
Yes. Yeah, big friend. Look, be a sponsor, just like we're getting partnered up with the Bob, WBOB in Providence. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com. So if you do want to sponsor the show and have it read just like that, send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com, and we can set you up with the media kit, and you can join the family.
Yeah, we love that. Again, thank you to 990 WBOB for putting us on every Saturday at 10 a.m. We appreciate the support there as well. And all the fans out there, man, come join us. Let's have some fun tonight. I'm ready to get it rolling. I'm sure, Ron, you're ready to get it rolling. So let's get Season 5, Episode 39 with our leadoff story, and that is Micah Parsons returning to Dallas this weekend. Who should be more nervous? So, Ron, I wanted to start with this. I did it numerically, and then we can kind of get into a discussion about it. But I went numerically like so. Number one, Jerry Jones should be nervous. He needs to justify this trade. If Parson goes off and has a big game, big impact, you know the media is going to be in front of Jerry Jones as soon as that game's over going, Jerry, what happened? What were you thinking? So he was number one for me. Number two, Micah Parsons, right? He's got to prove all these critics wrong about how he went out, and they right, a lot of talk about him not practicing well or doing some of this stuff, right? He's got to prove all those cynics wrong. So I think he needs to be the second most nervous this Sunday. Number three, the Cowboy fans, right? Because Cowboy fans, if they see Parsons have
they ought to be nervous.
A game, right, and they're going to go, wow, we don't get to see him now again this season, and our season's going to look pretty bleak. So I think Cowboy fans at 3. At 4, Packers fans, Ron, because Micah Parsons may try to do too much because he's so amped and wants to prove something that he gets injured because of it. So that's how I had it numerically. The least being the Packers fans, because I don't think, that would be a possibility. But Jerry Jones, number one in my book.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because what is the reception going to be by the fans to start the game, right? Is he going to get booed?
I think they're doing a tribute.
I don't know what they're planning.
Danny's in the house. Thank you, Danny,
But
for doing
I'm
it.
not sure that he doesn't get booed. I mean, it is a possibility. Hi, Danny. I, I hope that he doesn't get booed, because if you boo him, I think that is just setting you up for a disaster. I think you welcome him with open arms, you know,
With arms
schmoozing
wide
never
open.
hurt.
With
Make
arms
him
wide
feel
open.
good.
Give him that Creed, a little bit of Creed. Listen, I think you're 100% right, but I think they're doing a tribute, which I don't seem to make sense to me, because it's only been 4 years. It's not like he played for them for 15.
Yeah, I know.
But I will say, so far, 3 games with the Packers, 5 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 6 quarterback hits. I mean, okay, nothing crazy. This is his coming out game. This is the game I think he circled as soon as that trade happened and said, I need to be ready, 100% go for this game. It's going to be interesting to see. It really will be. But Jerry Jones, man, has to be panicking right now. Danny, you're on the show right now, Danny. Just keep chatting away, my friend. What he's got to be feeling this night, going to bed on Saturday night and saying, I gotta deal with this Sunday. Like this is like when you're getting divorced and you got the court date the next day. Like your mind's racing. I got to see them again. I don't want to deal with this, right? Blah blah blah.
It's big, because are we going to get an angry Micah Parsons? Is he going to be so angry that it's going to tip the scales so far in Green Bay's favor? Because if he's going to play angry, he's not going to get blocked. I mean, he is a machine at times. When he's on, you can't stop him. And personally, I think he's going to be a wrecking ball on that
3 songs now. That's
offensive line. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I see the trend.
I see what's happening here tonight. I will say this too. Think about this, Danny. Nothing to argue about. We're not arguing. We're having a great discussion on why this game's so important.
Yeah,
you got to remember something. Micah Parsons knows that offense. Micah Parsons knows Dak's tendencies.
He's
that part of it
enough, right?
It's gonna be
In
interesting.
practice.
I don't care about a crybaby being helped by other linebackers. You sound a little bitter there, Danny. I don't know. I think you may be on my list as one of those, right? Maybe.
Well, that's just it right there, Eric. This is what we're going to get from the Dallas Cowboy fans. I'm expecting them to boo him, to be honest with you. At least one good time, right?
I will say this.
At least one.
Danny just moved on my list as 1B. Jerry Jones, and then Danny may be a little nervous because what's coming.
Nervous more about Danny.
You know what's coming, Danny. And I think that's where, again, we can sit back and today's athlete, you said it, Danny, right? They tend to cry a little more. They complain a little more. They are more vocal about things that happen. Guess what, though? Some of these guys, when they perform, I mean, Micah Parsons could be considered one of the best defensive players in the league when he's on his game. So it goes to show that this game matters in so many different reasons. The fans, how do you feel about him? You're right, Ron. Do I want to boo him? I mean, Tom Brady returning to New England when he was with Tampa, it felt a little funny. And some people were cheering him, and there were people that booed him, regardless of what he did. Because if you're that big of a fan for a team like Danny is, the Cowboys, you have some resentment. But there's a lot of people that didn't want Parsons to go, and now they're torn.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna get. I think this could be a very odd game, with just all the mechanics surrounding this deal. Because there's still a guy that came back the other way.
Yeah, Kenny Clark in Corey Valentine is what Danny said here. So
Right. So look, I
household
mean,
names,
yeah,
household names.
this is going to be a landmark game for this season for these two teams. Whether you want to believe that or not, this is the one that's going to tell us what these teams are made of. Because if Dallas can somehow manage to stop that defensive rush, you know, on their offense, everybody's going to look at Dallas a little differently. They're going to see that they're made of substance rather than just one guy running the defense. Now they have this offense. If it gets totally dismantled because of Micah Parsons, especially because of Micah Parsons, then you're gonna have a backlash with your fans, and the chatter is gonna be there, and then Jerry Jones won't look as the perfect owner anymore.
I will say, Kenny Clark, you're right, Danny has probably some of the Packers' offensive plays too. So we could look at it that way. Who has the advantage there? The only other thing I will say, Ron, is if you start. Yeah, that's a great point. If you start to look at the Packers, listen, we thought this team was unbeatable. They go in, lay an egg against Cleveland. They can't afford to lose this game either, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be one of the top teams in the league, you already had your dud. You should beat the Cowboys. I think they're a better team. But they should have beat the Browns. They can't afford to go 2-2, because guess who else will be 2-2 at that point? The Dallas Cowboys. So this game has different layers to it, and
there's a lot involved.
It's getting overshadowed by the Parsons thing, but at the end of the day, both of these teams need this win.
I think at this point in the league, this is the biggest game of the year so far.
Yeah, I could see that. There's a lot of anticipation for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for the Cowboys. Listen, the Cowboys come in and win.
Sunday night game, right?
Yeah, I think it is the 8:00 game. If the Cowboys can win this game, I mean, you're legitimately talking about them as one of the teams.
And that's what I was making a point about their side. If they can win this game, that is big for them, because look, Washington doesn't look so hot.
Yeah.
Giants are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're right back to where we were, Philadelphia versus Dallas again, right? So this could catapult Dallas up past like 3 or 4 teams easily.
Yeah.
Because right now, as of now, I have them behind, the Rams. I have them behind Green Bay, Detroit. You beat Green Bay today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sunday, you change the scope of the NFL.
Agreed. All right. Well, we've already got Danny's opinion. If anybody else wants to, chime in, if you're joining us live, let us know about this.
Danny made some great points there.
He really did. Parsons.
This is his best episode.
Yes, it is. So let's continue this NFL talk, Ron, and let's talk about another team in the NFC East, the New York Giants. A little bit of a change. Russell Wilson is being benched by the Giants. Do we think his career is over?
Well, I'm assuming he's going to talk to Forrest on that bench at the bus stop. This is bad, and I knew it was coming, because watching the game, their last game, and seeing how inept the offense is. Now, I am not saying it's all his fault, but it's mostly his fault. He's he's not one of those quarterbacks that demands excellent from his team. And I think you have to be. Because to me, if you're not yelling at your teammates as a quarterback, what are you doing?
Yeah, listen, 0-3, 59.1% completion percentage so far this season.
That's terrible.
778 yards, 7.1 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's 27th in the league in completion percentage. 27th.
Yeah.
His
Well, maybe
career
they
has.
can, if Jackson Dart doesn't work out, they can always call up Minnesota and get some Mariota.
I will say this, Ron.
No, Washington. Sorry, Washington.
I will say this. His track record recently is brainwashed like Aaron Rodgers. Will come and smell the coffee. He's on fire today, Danny. His stops in Denver, his stop in Pittsburgh, now with the Giants. A lot of questions about his being a good teammate, right? Being, a locker room guy. Like, you're right, Ron. He needs to understand where he is in his career. What's he, 37, 36, 37?
Yeah.
You're on the back end of the career. I know Tom did it, but not many quarterbacks at your age are still performing at a high level. Like, you start to see the decline. He needs to understand that. And I don't think in his head he does, because he still thinks he's a starting quarterback. And I think that's what ultimately hurts him.
Eric, if Tom came in right now and started for the Giants, I think he might have won a game or two.
Kurt, thanks for joining. You're absolutely right, Kurt. Even in Seattle, towards the end of his Seattle run, you started to question Russell Wilson's abilities.
Yeah.
So,
and it is that, it is that you, as a quarterback, you got to lead this team. And yes, you can be a little snippy at your players, but you got to demand excellence. And to me, and I feel Kyler Murray has the same thing going on. It's like you're just flustered and you're frustrated, but you don't say anything to the players. Get in their faces. That's what Tom used to do to all the best players on that team, including Gronk. He got in their face.
Kurt agrees with you, and I think you're right. I think he got carried by it. We talk about, the funny thing is, Ron, we sit back and we think, like, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. What's his name there for Baltimore as well? Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. His defense carried. The Seattle defense, a Legion of Boom, carried him throughout his career in Seattle. And then when that defense wasn't as good,
better than them,
right? When that defense wasn't as good, and then listen, thank you for 2014 and giving us a Super Bowl ring. But again, even that throw in the Super Bowl, like, if you were that good of a quarterback, you don't make those kind of mistakes. You just don't. And I think we have to look at this. Is he a Hall of Famer, Ron? 121 and 80 and 1 in his career, 64.6% completion percentage, 46,913 yards, 353 touchdowns, 114 interceptions. He's a 10-time Pro Bowler, 1-time Super Bowl champ. The argument's there that he had such a good base at the beginning, that he could be. When the defense fell, so did he. Absolutely, Kurt. That's what I mean. It's, you started to see the decline in Seattle because the defense couldn't carry him anymore. Ray Lewis will be good for us as a Dallas Cowboy. Ray Lewis is a little old. I don't know if Ray Lewis can still do it. If Ray Lewis could still bring it, are you talking as a coach, Danny? I mean, maybe as a motivational speaker, but I think he sticks with the Ravens all day, every day.
Well, as long as they don't go to a nightclub with him.
Yeah, right. So I guess the question is would you consider Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer? If this was his last hurrah here in New York, and this is it, there's an argument to be made that you could put him in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, looking at those numbers, yes. And we're going to have a conversation about Hall of Fame nominees today. And
Danny says yes.
I'm not with it. Like, Russell Wilson is borderline for me. He's borderline for me.
I think this will be a debate. And
I think back in the day when they were saying he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league, I thought he was overrated. And I thought that Seattle defense and, that was why they won Super Bowls, because they were that good as a defensive team. And he's a little better than average. I'd say he's good, in his career, but not great. I don't think he's great.
Kurt says not first team hall, not first.
Oh God, no.
And then Russell Wilson, Danny says no, not at all. So
you know what I'm saying? Look, this is where I'm at. I think Adam Vinatieri is a Hall of Famer, and Russell is not as good as Adam Vinatieri.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. All right, Ron, let's talk about week 4 here. Games of interest. Good luck to Russell Wilson. We'll see how this all turns out. Jackson Dart getting his first
He's going to get traded is what's going to happen.
Against the Rams, right? Chargers. Against the Chargers. Like, what are they doing in this game to start? Like, I would have eased them in.
I would not have put Jackson Dart in this game.
And you still got Jameis Winston. Like, put Winston in for the Chargers, and then, I don't know. All right, so
no, I would have left Russell Wilson out there for the Chargers.
I got four games this week that I'm interested in.
Oh, I got to look at my list. I think I have a lot of games. I have 2, 4, 6.
All right. What do you got?
Obviously, these are the obvious ones.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also have Minnesota at Pittsburgh.
Kurt doesn't think Jackson Dart's ready. He may not be. I think that's a tough opening matchup for him. I would have definitely waited a little longer before I would have started him. I truly think maybe some packages, Jameis Winston this week, and then, see how Jackson Dart does, and, mix.
Yeah, I mean, you hear the boos, though.
Mix them in.
You hear the boos
when
they take them out.
you also got to say, is Brian Daboll trying to save his job? This is kind of, he's listening to the fans.
I think he's listening to the fans, and I don't think the kid's ready.
I'm sure the owners too, that they can't be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ Garner. Yeah. Oh, it's the Texans though. The Texans released them. Yeah. Yep, that was a. So games of interest, Ron.
Yeah, so I have that Minnesota at Pittsburgh. Look, Pittsburgh has a tough time with their style of defense, and this could be a coming out party for the Minnesota Vikings this season, because they've been so leaning towards not so good.
Is Carson Wentz still? I think he's starting this week again for them, right?
I don't know. I have no idea. But don't be surprised if Pittsburgh loses.
Okay. All right. One of the games you don't have up there too. I have the Colts at the Rams.
I have that one too.
Right. I think that's an interesting one. This is probably Daniel Jones' first big test. To see if what we've seen from that team.
Hey, if he wins this game,
right? Listen, the Rams have to be pissed off. I would be scared because they had a game against Philly, like it was a done deal.
Yeah,
and they allowed the Eagles to just storm back and beat them. And I'm sure the Rams can't be looking at this and saying, "Oh well, you know what, big deal." Like they blew a major opportunity
for them.
So this
is a very big deal, and it's a very big deal for that defense that gave it up at the end. That's not going to sit well with those players, and unfortunately for Daniel Jones, they're going to take it out on him.
I think the Colts could win
This
this
has
game.
ugly written all over it.
It could. What else do you have?
I got who's the other one? Cincinnati at Denver.
It is very scary. Jonathan Taylor right now leads the league in rushing. Like
I know.
he hopped in the DeLorean. He went back, 5 years ago when he was like a stud.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, holy cow, yeah, different player. They are very scary. I like their offense. That's what I'm saying. I think they could win the game. This is a big, and they call him Indiana Jones now, which is funny. But it's a big game for him. It's a big game for him. Carson Wentz on Minnesota, they will lose. Yeah, listen. It might have to. I don't know what's going on with JJ McCarthy, but that guy can't stay healthy. So
yeah, I think it's going to be back to the drawing boards. But I'll tell you what, though, did you watch that Minnesota game?
I did not.
I mean, Seattle, rather.
No, I saw. Yeah, he's still doing it, Darnold.
Yeah,
making plays. I don't know.
He looks good, and I'll tell you, I'll go a little further on that one. I was watching the way he throws the ball; those spirals are nice.
Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Do I look bad some days? I need to know. Like, Danny says I look good.
Yeah.
Obviously the Eagles at the Bucks. Both teams are undefeated. This is again, did the Eagles use a lot of energy? Coming back with the Rams, and you don't know, and it's in Tampa, so you could get the heat element to it. But I don't know.
If Tampa Bay was healthy, I mean, they don't have Evans. That's a big loss.
Evans is out too?
Evans is out.
And their offensive line, I think they're down 3 guys.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield is nursing a big injury to his throwing arm.
Okay, we're going. Yeah, Philly. Okay, maybe not as interesting as I thought it would have been. All right, what about the Rams at the Chiefs? The Ravens at the Chiefs?
Oh, this is going to be. They're both 1-2.
Yeah, this puts somebody in a
loser drops to 1-3, and that is blowing my mind right now. Like,
right? And if it's the Chiefs, you got the Chargers ahead of you, Denver. That's not going to be an easy climb.
This could bury somebody. But Baltimore doesn't play very well against Kansas City. I feel like Kansas City is in the driver's seat, even though they're the road team. Baltimore has to play great. I mean, this is Harbaugh, right? This is you have to coach this team up to win this game.
Kurt thinks Baltimore has it. Listen, Lamar Jackson has to prove he can beat Patrick Mahomes. He hasn't been able to do it. So if there's ever an opportunity, it's now, because we've seen the Chiefs are vulnerable this season.
Yeah, Worthy is going to be back too as well.
Yeah, but again,
so their star might be taking a seat because Patriots gave them Thornton.
Yeah, he's tearing it. I can't. KC has been struggling. Yeah, KC sucks. Baltimore Ravens will win. Make sure you two gentlemen stay for the whole show. So during predictions, you can give your predictions at the end of the show as well.
So you have to sit through some of the things you don't want to hear.
Anything else? Any other games wrong? Any other games wrong that you?
Did we talk? Well, we talked about Green Bay and Dallas. So
yeah, I think we know that's a game of interest.
What about that Carolina New England barn burner?
If New England loses this one, I may just give up on this season altogether. This is a must-win game for New England.
Yeah, it is. But if they win this game, Eric, if they win this game, they get a stranglehold on second place in that division.
So excited. Then they play Buffalo after. So
Danny is still trying to get on the show.
He wants Becky on. You got to see if you do a crossover one time, Ron. You could do a little mix-up. That would be fun.
But see, this is the problem now. We have the the radio stations that we have to, cater to as well. So they kind of dictate what we can and cannot do to an extent. So
Eric will never be a Dallas
Danny,
Cowboy.
we would love to have you on, but contractually, I'm not sure we can.
And Danny, you will never see me as a Dallas Cowboy fan. All right, Ron, let's move on to our starting five.
Oh, be a Dallas Cowboy.
Our starting five tonight. Major League Baseball National League MVP since the 2000s. So since 2000, the last 25 years, we picked our starting five MVPs from the National League. Ron, you are first again this week because we're going to get us back on track. And then next week, I am first. So
it's a good thing I did all my numbers then, huh? I almost didn't.
Let's get you on the board here with your honorable mentions.
All right. I have 3, Eric.
Holy cow. Okay.
3.
Wow.
3 honorable mentions. And the guy way down over there with the giant head is not one of them.
Okay.
I have Buster Posey, honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like particularly his numbers across the board, but the man does have 3 World Series, and when you're a catcher winning World Series, that's saying something because he has a lot to do with those pitchers. And so he got an honorable mention from me. Also, Bryce Harper, honorable mention. When he first came up, his first few years, I couldn't stand the guy. Couldn't stand him. And then he went to Philadelphia, and the media caught hold of him. And I started watching more of Bryce Harper. And the more I watched, the more I loved him as a player. He kind of reminds me of a better Dustin Pedroia. And Dustin Pedroia was a great player, by the way. Just kind of reminds me of that, like the Dirt Dogs, right?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that one.
And my bubble, he would have been number 6, Andrew McCutchen. I like his numbers. I mean, when I looked at those numbers, I was surprised. 332 home runs, 2,200 hits, 271 batting average, over 1,200 runs, and over 1,100 RBI. The guy just did it. 5
He's still playing.
All-Star, 4 Silver Sluggers. The guy's pretty good.
Yeah, he's still playing. Yeah, Andrew McCutchen. I think he's back in Pittsburgh. He's ending his career in Pittsburgh. All right. I had two, Ron. That guy, for argument's sake, is one of them.
He's only an honorable mention. You're coming around, Eric.
I'm coming around because I don't feel like arguing with you on it this week.
You're coming around.
And then I had, because it's so rare and it happens every so often, I put Clayton Kershaw as an honorable mention because as a pitcher, right, you don't see as much. But okay. All right. So let's kick this off.
There's a giant hole there. But, I mean.
Let's go. You're number 5, my friend.
I'm so upset, though, Eric, about the big head down there. Because I look at his numbers from Pittsburgh. And
still MVP worthy.
If he didn't do any of that, which it's not proven, but we all know damn well.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Damn well.
Too late now. But he had 2 MVPs in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, listen, we're not going to argue about it. He would be in my starting 5, but let's move on. At number 5, who do you have?
Number 5, I'm surprised I'm putting him at number 5, but I don't think he's earned higher as of yet. So I have Shohei Ohtani at number 5. 3,722 at-bats. He has 1,000 hits, 1,047, 279 home runs already though. Batting 281, 706 runs, 668 RBI, 164 stolen base, 3 MVPs, 5 All-Stars, 3 Silver Sluggers, and a World Series, and he was also a Rookie of the Year. Now, normally I wouldn't put a guy that hasn't earned his stripes yet, but he's already earned 3 MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
So he deserves to be up here. He doesn't have the numbers of the guys ahead of him, but if he stays healthy, if he's going to, we may look back on this list in 10 years and he might be number 1.
Fair to say. So I kind of looked at this list differently. I didn't look at the numbers per se. I looked at the guys and if I really liked them. That's why I think my list's a little different. But so at 5 for me, I had Jimmy Rollins, 3-time All-Star.
I was thinking about him too.
4 Gold Gloves, 1 Silver Slugger, and an MVP. I love defense. I always it just has a warm spot in my heart. And I went Jimmy Rollins at 5.
I can see that. I was considering him being up there, believe it or not.
Yeah. So,
and then I decided not to.
Yeah, I hear you. Didn't even make an honorable mention, did he?
No, he didn't.
All right, at 4, who do you have?
Number 4, I have current New York Yankee Paul Goldschmidt. I look at these numbers. These numbers are phenomenal for a career. I wasn't stunned because I knew he was a good ball player. He was just hidden away. Now everybody knows who he is. 2,189 hits,
consistent, Kurt.
372 home runs. That's a quiet 372. 288 batting average on top of that. That's a pretty good batting average for a power hitter.
Yeah.
1,279 runs, 1,232 RBI, and I've always thought 1,200 was the number of greatness. Because when you can make 2,400 runs, 2,500 runs, that's saying something. 174 stolen bases too. I didn't know he could steal.
Burner.
1 MVP, 7-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger, and he has the defense as well. 4-time Gold Glove winner, and I'll tell you that is a complete balanced player.
Okay, all right, I like it. At 4 for me, I had Freddie Freeman. Went Freeman, 9-time All-Star, 3-time Silver Slugger, 2-time champ, and a World Series MVP, as well as his NL MVP. So he got to the big stage. He performed even the Yankees last season. I mean, the things he was able to do.
Phenomenal.
I love his style. He's quiet, humble, great player. The thing is, if he stayed healthier, I think his numbers would be even better.
I didn't realize how long his career has been already.
He was with the Braves for quite some time. So Freddie Freeman at 4 for me. So number 3,
I have Freddie Freeman at number 3. I just thought, as soon as his name popped up and I started looking at these stats, I was actually gushing over his numbers because, you don't even think of him being around this long.
Yeah.
2,400 hits, 366 home runs. He's hitting 300 lifetime batting average with all those home runs. That is absolutely incredible. 1,378 runs, 1,320 RBI. So he even surpassed Goldschmidt with both those numbers. 104 stolen bases. This guy has won 2 World Series. He's got 1 MVP, and like you said, he has the World Series MVP. But he's a 9-time All-Star.
Thank you.
3-time Silver Slugger and a 1-time Gold Glover. This guy's a great player. I think he's Hall of Fame bound easily.
Yeah, agreed. At 3 for me, I had Bryce Hopper. You had him as an honorable mention, but 8-time All-Star,
Yeah.
4 Silver Sluggers, Rookie of the Year, and 2 MVPs. He's gotten the Nationals to the World Series. He's gotten the Phillies to the World Series.
Yes.
And I love, to your point, I think
That dirt dog.
when he had he had some surgery where he couldn't play in the field, but he still wanted to bat, so he DH'd or whatever. Like, it was crazy.
Yep.
Like, he just
that's the kind of player I like.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players in the National League.
Yeah.
You know, it's him, Mookie, and Freeman, and maybe a couple of other guys in that group. But yeah, he's a world-class player, you know, and we need more players actually like him.
Agreed. Number 2, Ron.
I have Clayton Kershaw. His numbers, I mean, basically he's the lefty Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the way I look at him. You know, there's those 3 guys, him, Pedro, and there's Maddox, that are that kind of a player that just, I don't know, for whatever reason, they're just incredible, and they're not like overpowering. Well, Pedro was a little overpowering, but that's besides the point. You know, I mean, when you look at a left-hander, I mean, the modern times, I mean, you think of Randy Johnson, but Kershaw has to be right up there with him.
Yeah. No, listen, his numbers we saw. His ERA is ridiculous for his career.
2.54 ERA. Yeah. He is 222 and 96 as a starter. 454 games played, 450 of them were started.
Yeah.
You know, so he did, hey, in a pinch, you go in there if you have to get a win. 2,850 innings pitched, Eric. He has 3,045 strikeouts, 15 shutouts, and that doesn't happen anymore these days.
You know,
Anytime
Ron,
Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah. The reason why Clayton Kershaw, let's go, a real legend. Yeah, no, he is. Not Michael Parsons. He's back on the Michael Parsons thing. But I will say that if you think about, if he had won a few more championships, his name would have been considered with some of the greats to ever pitch. The problem was that
should have won.
The postseasons have not been so great for
Kershaw. He should have a couple more.
So I think that's what ultimately holds him back from being put in those categories with, like, to your point, the Pedros and some of those greats.
And you, like I say, you look at Randy Johnson as the lefty. Man,
this guy's just,
he was a workhorse.
All right, so at 2 for me, I had his Dodger teammate. I had Shohei Ohtani up there. Listen, even in a short amount of time, 5 All-Stars, 3 Silver Sluggers, Rookie of the Year, twice Major League Baseball Player of the Year. He's won a championship, 3 MVPs, and then on top of it, you get a pitcher. So
yeah, I know, and it's like you look at the pitching stats, and they're like, okay, it's good, it's not spectacular, but that's on top of what he does as a hitter, and what he does as a hitter, and like that's why I said, 10 years from now he could be number 1 in this, right? You take these same players and you look at another 10 years. Is that guy that's sitting at top of both of our lists going to be at that top, in 10 years from now? We don't know.
Agreed.
But until further notice, number 1 is number 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you want the honors of giving number 1?
That gentleman right there, Albert Pujols, 11-time All-Star, 6 Silver Sluggers, 2 Gold Gloves, a batting title, Rookie of the Year, 3-time Major League Baseball Player of the Year, 2 championships, and 3 MVPs. I mean, when we talk about a player that just had it was him. So,
yeah, I mean, he's a mountain of a man, right? I look, the guy I compare to him, Aaron Judge, like, they're just huge, and they actually punish the baseball when they hit it.
Mhm.
I mean, they are just crazy talented. And you know, players like that don't come around too often. And he's stayed relatively healthy his whole career.
And you think about
And
you never
703 home runs and
you
still hit 296.
Roman Anthony, right? You said it, that swing. You love his swing, right? Pujols was a guy. His swing was just look at it. Just look at like
It's
it looks.
perfect.
It's beautiful. It was
Perfect.
a beautiful swing. Uh, listen, guy never got in trouble. You never heard anything bad about him. So
I think he's one of the best players to ever play.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Good starting five. I like this one. That was a good one.
This was a great starting five. And look, there was still some other great players like Joey Votto. You know, there's some guys that were top notch. Kristen Yelich.
Yeah.
You know, even Ronald Acuna, but I can't even take his career serious right now because he's always hurt.
He's always hurt. Yeah. All right, Ron, let's talk some NBA. Los Angeles Lakers have extended JJ Redick. Do you think he's the right coach for them?
I don't think it matters because we all know who's running the team.
I think this move is more for Luka than it is for LeBron. I think Luka runs this team now. This is a Luka move.
Luka runs it now?
Yeah.
I'm not so
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely. This is LeBron's last year. He's not making decisions. I could sit back and say this, Ron. This is why sometimes I question when teams make moves. The New York Yankees, most championships in the history of baseball, right? You need the right coach, manager. Boston Celtics. The Lakers are the second best dynasty in basketball. Listen, they have the second most championships. They are one of the most well-known teams in the world. Yeah. This guy can't perform in the postseason. His team went 1-4. It was an absolute train wreck. Great regular season, 50-32, 61% winning percentage. That's great. 1-4 in the postseason. 1-4. And you could say, oh, it's his first year, but if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, your objective has to be to try to get back to a championship and win 18 inside the Boston Celtics.
You can't win a championship when you have Bronny James coming off your bench. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. The team right now is a mockery. And nobody really even knows who's running the team. And that's the scary part. So whether he's running the team or if it's LeBron or if it's Luka, that's the problem because nobody really knows. And that means the players don't know. And you're going to have two stars that are going in two different directions. One has been half out of LA for the last 5 years, you know, because he's chasing championships. And look, LeBron is a great player. He's a great player. Not the greatest, but a great player. But
nice catch there.
It's between the ears of all of these players that go in and out of his teams. And you can't win like that. You can't win championships like that.
But this is where I say when Danny was talking about earlier, like even with Micah Parsons, Kevin Durant, again, another guy that wants his way, my team, however I want to, you know, and it doesn't always work. And I think this move to me just proves that you're just going to listen. Redick's probably well liked in the locker room.
Yeah.
Right. So we're like, let's not mess with Luka. And you know, Luka's lost weight and he's going to be great. And
yeah,
if I'm a Lakers fan, I would want to win championships. I want a coach that I know in the postseason can get it done. I don't care about regular season numbers. I don't care that you can win 50-plus games every season. Can you win when it counts? Can we get another banner raised? Or are we just going to sit back and we're just going to, you know, be okay with a subpar postseason every year because Luke is happy.
That is a big problem. That's a problem on who's running the show. You know, it's just not a recipe for success in the postseason, because when you are trying to win game 7 in a series and you have your coach telling you to do this, and then you're looking around the group of guys that's in that little huddle and it doesn't have the face of confidence, and then when you go out on the floor, one of those players are changing the plan. I don't know if that's happening at all, but that's the perception that people are dealing with. And when you have that perception, there's generally a good reason for that. And I don't think that he's the guy for this team, you know. And this is where I give you the credit for Phil Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's at no point when Phil Jackson says this is what we're going to do, there's no point that no one in that, you know, that huddle looking at that dry erase board saying, oh, I don't know if that's going to work. No one is saying that. There isn't a question on who's in charge.
Yeah.
And that was with Michael.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I listen, I think the Lakers are just, to your point, you're in Hollywood, you're in that you want to make the movie, you want to make that
demands the room.
Yeah, you want to make that splash. So I think it's a bad move, but we'll see. Again, I don't run the team. All right, Ron, let's talk some Major League Baseball. Who is your vote for American League MVP right now? Debate Aaron Judge or Cal Raleigh.
I haven't gotten my ballot yet, but I'm a little nervous that they haven't sent it. You know,
yeah,
but I'm going Cal Raleigh.
Okay.
I just think Seattle wasn't supposed to be like this glamour team for the league, you know, because people just assumed that it was going to be Houston and Texas battling it out.
I agree.
And this guy just stepped up to the plate, behind the plate, around the plate, over the plate. Everything that he did made him come to the plate.
Yeah. Listen, I think it's a great story. Cal Raleigh's a great story. Like a catcher. We don't see these kind of performances, 60 home runs. But his numbers, Ron, in comparison to Aaron Judge, other than the home runs, you'd have to question. Listen, Judge is 530 at bats. Judge is batting 330.
I know, it's great.
584 for Raleigh at bats. He's batting 247.
Yes,
it's almost 100-point difference. 30 more hits. 30 more runs roughly. Riley's got more RBIs. That 247 batting average just bothers me.
This is a season that it would be justified to have a split MVP. It would be justified. Because, look, if you take either of these guys off their team, they're not making the postseason. Period.
Agreed.
And that's even with the Yankees, right?
Yeah, agree. Oh, yeah.
So, you know, most valuable player is, you know, you can't win without that player. And I think they both meet the standards for all of it. And I get that Aaron Judge has a great batting average, and it is what a season he's put, you know. He's a future Hall of Famer, you know, and we had this discussion before. If he's a Yankee great, he's got to win one to be a great, but Hall of Famer he is. So Cal Raleigh, I mean, this is his coming out party, right? For being a star in the league. So I can't say that I thought Seattle would be a contender until that trade deadline.
Yeah, and I think most people felt that way. I
Yes.
just
And I get the numbers. I get
to,
the numbers.
to your point, right? Most valuable player should be about what the player meant to the team, not the actual
Right.
numbers.
Right.
I get it, but 247, man, that's just
I
that
know
is
the average is not good.
that part of it would just
The
bother
production
me.
is.
You know what I mean? So, and everybody hits home runs now, so it's like great. He hit 60, and I'm not just. We've seen 60 a lot more than we have. Aaron Judge just broke the American League record.
Where's that picture?
You want to put him back up? That guy, right? He hit 70, whatever it was, 75. But you start to look at it as okay, the home runs were great, but if you took both guys and put them side by side, Aaron Judge's numbers just I think
His
overshadowed.
numbers are better. I agree with that. I'm not doubting that. But that's why I say this is a perfect time for one of those split MVPs because they both deserve the MVP. They both deserve it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you could.
If
I wouldn't be upset if that
Aaron
happened.
Judge, if it's Aaron Judge, I'll be happy for him, even though I'm a Red Sox fan. I mean, it's no joke that he is my current favorite Yankee. And yes, there is such a thing.
Little man crush on the Yankee. I gotcha. I like it.
Jeter was a favorite. Going back a ways, I liked Ron Guidry.
Bucky Dent? No.
No, not a fan of Bucky Dent. Jerk.
All right. We'll see how
or Aaron Boone, for that matter.
Listen, we're last weekend of the regular season already in Major League Baseball.
I know it's the final weekend. This is it.
Yeah, so we'll see.
This is it.
We'll find out soon enough.
Look, I got the road. If you want to know the road to the championship.
Oh yeah. All right. What do you got?
All right. So what I did is, well.
Oh boy.
Maybe we'll just wait on this. We'll wait. We'll discuss this, in another segment.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to our split decisions.
There we go. And now it's time.
Our split decision segment, we give each other two more likely scenarios, and we got to make a decision. Ron, you are first this week. I'd love to hear you start us off with your first split decision.
All right, we're going to start out with the Major League Baseball. Which team will more likely miss the postseason? 3 games left.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, Detroit, Boston, or Cleveland. One of these teams aren't going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's it going to be?
I'm going Detroit. I think this is actually easier than it seems. They're playing Boston this weekend. I think Boston is playing. Listen, they took 2 or 3 from Toronto, which I didn't expect. And, I think they'll take at least 2 or 3 from Detroit. So I can see Cleveland win 2 more games. So I would go Detroit. I think they're a mess. And Struble is a mess now after hitting.
Do you want me to tell you their schedules?
Sure. I know Boston, Detroit is
Detroit at Boston.
Yeah.
Texas at Cleveland. Houston at
Texas
the Angels.
Isn't making it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just Detroit.
Okay.
I would go Detroit.
So you're saying Boston is the winner of that series is in?
Yes, which I think it's going to be Boston. All right, Ron. Okay. We're going to stick with.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Okay.
This is where I want to talk about, these things. Because of those 3 series, the winner gets in the Boston-Detroit. Boston has the advantage of being at home. So that is a good possibility that they win twice.
Okay.
Fair enough, right? I think Cleveland has the toughest series, but what helps them is Detroit playing Boston
Mm-hmm.
And if Detroit loses 2 of those, Cleveland's in.
Cleveland's in. Yeah.
And then Houston has a cakewalk. They're not missing the playoffs.
Agreed.
They're playing the Angels. That's it.
Well
and then
said.
the National League,
Okay.
you got the Mets hanging on by a thread. Cincinnati's 1 game back. Arizona's 2 games back. So Arizona needs a sweep. And they're playing San Diego. So
Oof.
that's not happening.
Yeah.
Cincinnati has to play Milwaukee. They're not winning 2 of 3 of that.
So good shot, the Mets.
So the Mets get in.
Who are they playing?
Miami.
Okay. All right. Go Mets.
And there you go.
All right. All right. Your first split decision. Which player, Ron, is more likely to finish first in hits this season? Bo
By the
Bichette?
way, Danny said Cleveland wouldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I saw that. Bo Bichette, who's at 181. Bobby Witt Jr., who's at 180.
Wait, this is their batting average?
No, this is their hits.
Oh, I was going to say, wait a minute, 181?
Yeah. This is how many, who's going to lead or finish first in hits this season?
This is sad, actually.
Bo Bichette has 181. Bobby Witt has 180, and Trey Turner has 179.
This is sad. Remember back when we were wondering who was going to get like 250 hits?
Yeah. No, it's a different game.
And it was always like Ichiro or Tony Gwynn or Wade Boggs. They can't even get to 200 now? All right, so Trey Turner, Bobby Witt Jr.,
and Bo Bichette.
Well, I think Bo Bichette is probably going to not play as much this weekend.
If you were drunk right now, Bo Bichette would sound more like Boba Fett. We could probably make this up.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. All right, Bo Bichette.
Trey Turner or
Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr. Where's Bobby Witt Jr.? Texas?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay.
He'll play.
Right.
Just so we can try to get that.
Yeah, he's 1 behind. Was he Kansas City? I think he's in Kansas City, actually. Bobby
Witt. Kansas City, yeah.
He's in Kansas City.
They'll play him just so that way you can try to get it.
Okay. All right, Ron, your second split decision.
What team is more likely to finish the season winless?
Doesn't happen too often. Okay.
New Orleans Saints, New York Giants, or the Tennessee Titans?
I think the Titans will get one. I think this kid will make a play here or there, Cam Ward. New Orleans, that's a tough one. So Kurt, who joined us, he's a New Orleans fan, and he said they're not going to win games. So I'm going to go with Kurt's pick and say the Saints. I don't think it.
Yeah, I don't even think they have a guy that can rise to the occasion to win a game by himself.
Yeah. And who was the other team?
At least, the Giants, who knows? Maybe Jackson Dart throws for like 4 touchdowns or something.
Not even that too. The Giants have a good defense where that defense will make some plays here or there to get a win or two.
Right.
Even if the offense can't. So.
And then Tennessee, Cam Ward could do to finally win a game in last week where they're playing a playoff team and they're not, playing anybody.
They're playing New England this year, so there's a good chance we give up 5-6 turnovers a game. All right, Rod, your second split decision. You're gonna love this one. Which is more likely? The Boston Bruins finish this upcoming season with 2.71 goals for, or 3.31 goals against. That's what they finished with last season. So what's more likely, that the goals for at 2.71 or the goals against 3.31? Which is more likely?
The goals for.
So you don't think they're going to score many more goals? Or are they going to score less?
They could score less.
So they could
Look,
finish worse.
I'm worried, Eric. I'm very worried. And it isn't the fact that they don't have the skill in camp. The problem is they're not going to keep those skilled players in camp. They're going to send them down to the minors, and that is a big, big mistake.
Okay. All right. So more likely to 2.71 goals for. All right.
That's scoring goals.
That's our split decisions. We're going to continue with this NHL talk because Zdeno Chara has been named to the Boston Bruins front office. Do you like the move? And I want to start here, Ron, because I really so I had to look this up, but this to me feels like the Men in Black neuralizer. Do you remember what the neuralizer did? You get the shiny pen and you look at it, and then poof, your memory's gone. This move to me is typical Boston Bruins of this era, that we're going to put a name that everybody knows. The fans love them, right? Chara won a Stanley Cup here, and we're going to put him in the front office, and it's going to make everybody forget all about all the bad moves we made during the offseason. It's going to make everybody forget that our team was inept last season and didn't make
Eric, I don't think they made bad moves.
They didn't make the moves you thought they were going to
moves.
make. Okay, even better. All right. Like, how does this improve the team? So then I looked it up. Chara's title is Hockey Operations Advisor and Mentor. His role will have him work closely with players and staff to advise on what the team deemed key areas. What does that even mean?
That means this, Eric. And this is why I'm sort of okay with it.
Oh, you see? Look into the pen. Look into the pen, Ron.
I'm saying sort of okay with it. Because I think this is a notice to Cam and Don Sweeney. Chara's taking your job next year.
Does that make you feel better, though? Is Chara... He's again.
Chara is actually a smart guy and
I'm not saying
very
he's
good,
not.
Business guy.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not going to be any better because he'll become the president and then he'll just hire Patrice Bergeron to be GM.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what this is their MO now. Like, let's just keep getting former players because the fans start to listen. The fans loved Cam. Right? So Sweeney.
You can't get upset, right?
Right. You don't get mad at him. Now you got Chara. You can't get mad. Yeah. Oh, we got Chara in the building. And then you know what they'll do?
It is the smoke screen.
Nesson, right, does their broadcasting for the most part.
Yeah.
You're going to see them pan over to a box, and there's going to be Chara, and all the fans will be like, "Ooh!" And as you're losing 4-0, they'll be like, "Hey, Chara's in the building." Like that's
Come on, it won't be 4-0.
Okay, 5.
It'll be 4-1.
You're gonna give him a goal. They're gonna give him a pasta. He's gonna get his goals.
Pasta will score.
Right, but this, and I'm like, when I heard this, I'm like, this to me, it's like it's like you order a Jaguar and they send you a Hyundai, and you're like, oh, I'm all excited because they just dropped a Jaguar logo on the front of the hood and said, oh, look, it's a Jaguar. It's still crap. Your team still stinks. This doesn't make your team better. This only confuses me more.
It's what the Bruins do. It is what the Red Sox do. They give you smoke screens and you feel all warm and fuzzy. Hey, let's try it out, Veritek. Let's try it out, Patrice Bergeron. And then everybody feels good, right? Meanwhile, we're going to have a problem having 3 lines with guys that belong on the bottom 6. 3 lines.
Neuralizer, buddy. I have to look it up.
Like everybody's all up in arms. Oh, my God, Estimont, he got 2 goals and an assist. Woo! He's still a 4th liner. I don't understand it.
I'm going to tell you now.
I'm getting so angry.
You just said it. This to me even clouds the front office piece, because if I'm Cam, if I'm Don Sweeney or whoever it may be, just looking over my shoulder, you're already struggling. This just makes it worse, and then I think it puts more pressure on Chara. I don't like this move at all. I just think this was not something the Bruins needed to do.
The only
right now.
benefit to this is he's going to be part of the team, and maybe he can help that pathetic defense. You know, that on paper looks wonderful, but we can't keep it out of our own end.
Sometimes good players don't make good coaches or front office people, but whatever. All right, Ron, let's move on to our pick and roll.
I'm angry now. Thanks.
It's time for pick and roll.
They should hire me as a general manager, and I'll fix them.
You'll fix them? All right. Tonight's pick and roll. These players are first-time nominees for the Hall of Fame. Phillip Rivers, Alex Smith, Greg Olson, Jason Witten, Frank Gore, and LaShawn McCoy. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. You are first this week, Ron, so your pick and roll.
I want to go on record on saying that only one of these guys deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I would say 2.
Maybe 2.
2. I give 2. 2 for
Maybe.
sure. 2 for sure in my book.
And it isn't one of the guys. Isn't one of the
hold
things
on, Ron.
that you're thinking.
I'm predicting the future. I'm enjoying your stream, by the way. Have you posted in Kick Fam Discord server yet? It's a good way to get more viewers and followers. If you want, here's a. Oh, I'm playing the lottery. It's there. See, Neuralizer worked. I forgot all of my.
Karnak the magician right here.
Woo! All right. What do you got,
Johnny?
Yep, pick and roll.
All right, at the bottom of the list is Greg Olson. I don't even know whose bright idea it
To put
was
him
to
in there,
even
right? I
nominate
feel
this guy.
bad. I'm not, but I was like, really?
Like, why is he a nominee?
I don't know.
I mean,
60
if he gets a
touchdowns?
vote, I'm going to be pissed. Seriously.
Ron,
I'm like, you're wasting a vote on this
Ron's
guy
going to
when
Cleveland.
Adam Vinatieri could get one?
Ron's going to Ohio and say, whoever get that vote, give it to me now. Give it to me.
I'll be like Shooter running away
Shooter
with the
McGavin.
coat. The gold jacket. All right. Number 5, Alex Smith. Look, I like Alex Smith.
He shouldn't wear shorts, though. I mean, it's not a good look.
99 wins. Really, are we putting a guy with 99 wins in a Hall of Fame?
Listen, he's got 99 problems, but oh no, that's another song reference today. Look at us go. All right.
99, 67, and 1 tie. 99 problems and 1 ain't you, or something like that. I mean, what are we doing?
Listen, that 1 tie might be the reason he's the Hall of Fame. By the way, at 1 tie.
No, it puts him out because he didn't get that 100th win.
100 win. See, that's what I'm saying. That
He could have
matter.
had it. All right, number
Good player.
4.
Good
Number
player.
4, Frank Gore.
Hey, hip hop! Look at you. You want to beat? You want to beat?
Like,
Well,
I was stunned to know that he was the 20.
Number 4, Frank Gore. Go.
He was the 2010s
I don't-
decade running back. Or
He
something
played.
Like that.
He
Like,
played
what-
for a long time. He played. For
I
a
know,
long time.
but like, was he ever the best?
He was one of the best running backs. Yeah.
I don't buy it.
Okay.
He's got 16,000 yards, 4.3 yards per attempt, 81 touchdowns, 5-time Pro Bowler. That's all he got.
Most
That's it.
improved player once.
I know he was good for like 2 years.
He had a good stretch. He was good. for a bit.
Yeah, it was all right. Nothing great. Like, did he win anything in Arizona?
Hold on. Now you piqued my curiosity.
Who else was running backs back then?
Hold
I mean,
on.
there was great running backs. How could he be
But
the
you
guy
gotta
in
look-
2010?
Hold on. Hold on, because I think you're not giving him credit though. He rushed.
Oh, I'm looking at his numbers.
No, but hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times out of 11 years, he rushed for over 1,000 yards. In one of those years, he had 1695. He only had double-digit touchdowns once, though. Huh. That's a little concerning.
Anyway, number 4, Frank Gore.
Oh, you want to beat again?
Number 3, another overrated player, Phillip Rivers. Overrated. He didn't win squat.
Cry nothing. Another song.
Exactly.
Another song.
Exactly. Look at it. Listen to his record. 134 and 106. He's barely over 500. Like,
solid.
Come on.
Solid.
As a 8-time Pro Bowler. Yeah, he's got good numbers, but he didn't win jack.
Well, his name's Philip.
I actually would have won if he. I mean, I would appreciate it if he won at least a bottle of Jack. You know?
Jack Rivers. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Go ahead.
It's his son. So he's number 3.
I think he's got
not a Hall
kids.
of Famer.
11 kids, maybe.
Like they're just putting everybody in the Hall of Fame nowadays. Number 2, I have LaShawn McCoy, who had better numbers than what I thought he did. I thought he was around for like a year or two. But he's got 11,102 yards, 4.5 yards per attempt, 73 touchdowns. These are not Hall of Fame numbers. I'm sorry. But he does have 2 Super Bowls, though. 2 Super Bowls is pretty good. 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. So I give him that. He was the best for 2 years. I'm just saying.
Okay.
He's close to, okay, if they put him in. And number 1, I have the guy that really deserves it, Jason Witten. When you think tight ends, there's like a handful of them. There's like 6 that you really start thinking about that have played since he's been in, right? I mean, I still like Gronk and Gonzalez and Gates, ahead of him. I know I'm forgetting a big tight end that I can't think of right now, but, he's
Tony
part
Gonzalez.
of that group. Yeah, I said Tony Gonzalez.
Did you? Okay. Gonzalez, Gronk. Okay.
Gates.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason Witten is there, 10.6 yards per reception, and those are tough yards with a tight end. 74 touchdowns, 11-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. So those numbers right there just tell me that he deserves to be in there. Didn't win a Super Bowl, though. I mean, this list is so-so, but I could see Witten getting in maybe on the first one. Depending on who else is available, there's a lot of
receptions
guys.
Is not bad for a tight end. So that was impressive. We had it almost identical. We had one different. So Greg Olsen.
Gore ahead.
Nope. Greg Olsen at 6, Alex Smith at 5, Frank Gore at 4. Oh, hold on.
Oh, you had.
Phillip Rivers at 3. I had Witten at 2. And then I had Shady at 1. Because Shady also has 500 receptions. He was that dual back, like Marshall Falk and those type of guys. So that's why I put Shady in the 2 championships. I think Jason Witten, great player, but those 2 championships, 2 beat 0 in my book. So I went Shady at number 1.
I'm not upset about that.
After this, though, Ron, let's give the fans out there a chance to vote for their favorite athlete on the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame after this quick announcement from WBOB.
Threw a curveball to me.
Look at that
All
curve.
right. Tonight's show is being brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to all your favorite shows, including ours, Sports Unfolded, and their newest show, Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Thank you, WBOB.
So, if you like Bryant College, that would be a great show to listen to. I almost said watch.
Yeah. You watch us, you listen in. All right, Ron. Hall of Fame voting is open on the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook. Cheryl Swoops, Deion Sanders inducted last month. We are inducting a new member this month for the Olympics.
It'll be this week?
Yes, this is the final week that you have to actually cast your vote. For the Olympics, Mark Spitz, Jenny Thompson, Matt Bondi, Biondi, Sledlana, Romashina, and Ryan Lochte.
I can't understand how you get Romashina and you don't get Biondi.
I don't know.
Don't forget Ryan Lochte, too.
And Ryan Lochte. And for the NHL, Paul Coffey, Ray Bork, Doug Wilson, Larry Murphy, and Phil Housley. Cast your votes today on our Facebook page on Sports Unfolded Sports Poll and help nominate and induct one of these fine athletes into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Check out our website for all of our current inductees as well, so that you can be a part of this great family. And with that, Ron, we are going to move on to our prediction segment. And our predictions, we hope, have some live viewers out there that want to join in and see if they can beat us. Last week, you were 5-3. Guess what, buddy?
What?
We picked the same driver, right?
Yes.
And I think we basically took ourselves out because he finished sixth. I'm like, man, sixth. But we have some fun with this. We're going to give you the games, and then you out there, if you do have a pick, let us know. We will add you to the chart. We are starting off the Major League Baseball series, kicking off. It probably just started. Detroit Tigers at the Boston Red Sox. Ron, 3-game series. Who do you have?
I'm gonna go Boston. It's not a very confident pick.
Listen, I think they figured some stuff out, man. Crochet going at all this weekend?
I hope so.
So I'm going.
I'll feel much better if he is.
Yeah, I'm going Boston as well. I think the Red Sox, again, that 2 out of 3 from Toronto. I think that was a good sign for the Red Sox that they've turned some stuff around. So, yeah, I'm going Boston. Also in Major League Baseball on the 26th, because this is the last weekend, Los Angeles Dodgers at the Seattle Mariners. Again, this is a 3-game series. I think the Dodgers are in playoff mode now. They need to show that they're going to be consistent if they're going to repeat. So I went to Dodgers.
Yeah, I also went to Dodgers too, because I really think that Seattle is going to hold out their starting rotation to make sure that they are lined up for the playoffs. And I think they're going to give some players some rest.
Yeah. Yep. Makes sense. National Football League this Sunday, Ron, the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of these teams will get their first loss. Who's it going to be?
I'm going with Philadelphia. Injuries in Tampa Bay. I'm not sold that Mayfield's injury is going to hamper his performance. And without Mike Evans and some linemen, I don't think they stand a chance against Philadelphia.
Danny went Dodgers. Yeah, Baker's going to be in some trouble. I agree. I think Philly, that defensive line is
Danny
going to make a
says the
difference. The
Eagles.
Eagles as well.
Oh, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, picking the
Oof.
Eagles.
All right. Also in the National Football League, got the Indianapolis Colts at the Los Angeles Rams. Danny is here again. Yes, he is. I went Rams here. I think they're going to be a little bit upset about the giving it away. I like the Colts, and I think it's going to be a very good game, but I think the Rams just do enough at home to pull it out.
Yeah, I got the Rams as well, Eric. I just think that they're going to be ready. They're going to be at home. It is going to be tough for Daniel Jones to hear at this stadium when they are going to be pumped to get them a loss. And I think the Rams deliver.
I don't know why I thought of the Saturday Night Live skit when you did. The Rams are there to pump you up.
That is not true.
I don't like Ron. I don't think Ron likes me, to be honest.
Of course I do, Danny.
He loves you, Danny. All right. Do you have a pick on that game, Danny, though? Colts at Rams. Also in the National Football League, Ron, you've got the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. One of these teams is going to be 1-3. Crazy to think about. Who's winning?
Kansas City's winning this game. Until Lamar Jackson says that he can beat Kansas City at all, let alone being in Kansas City. No, not happening.
Yeah, listen, Chiefs at home, to your point, I just don't see the Ravens being able to beat the teams they need to beat. They should have beat Buffalo. That didn't happen. This will be another one of those weird games where the Chiefs find a way to pull it off at the end. So I went with Kansas City as well.
Maybe me and Danny can do a special together.
That would be awesome. You should.
Maybe we can have him interview somebody.
James Worthy.
That would be an awesome one.
Danny went Ravens. All right. Got some NCAA football action this weekend. Number 6 Oregon Ducks at number 3 Penn State Nittany Lions.
Easy for you to say.
All right. No more vodka. All right. Who do you have?
I'm going with number 3 Penn State at home.
All right.
To me, that's a no-brainer.
I went number 6 Oregon because Penn State really hasn't beaten anybody. And I feel like even though they're at home, Oregon's got a hell of an offense. So I'm going the Ducks. The Ducks. Even though a duck couldn't beat a lion, if I went that theory, it would be the Lions. But I'm not.
That would have to be one big duck.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
And they're not going to be ducking around.
No. Also this weekend, you got number 17 Alabama Crimson Tide at number 5 Georgia Bulldogs. I am
Who's
not.
your favorite duck?
Donald. I think Donald.
Really, Donald?
Who else do you have? What's
Daffy?
No, I'm going Donald. I like the
Daffy
angry.
all the way. I'm surprised you didn't say Howard.
No, that wasn't a very good movie. I don't know. I like that angry. I like it when he gets all angry. Penn State for Danny. I'm going Georgia here because Danny going Georgia as well. I don't know. I'm not as impressed with Alabama. Just not.
Yeah, no. I mean, they're number 17 for a reason. Because they're not as good as they used to be. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's Georgia's. Georgia's on my mind, so I'm going to go.
All right, we got some song references today, right? We are killing it.
I just realized that after I said it, I was like, "Oh, that's another song."
In a weird WNBA, how they do their postseason, still hate it. But Minnesota Lynx at the Phoenix Mercury. That game is tonight, game 3. This series is tied 1-1.
Wait, this is coming after Mercury beat Phoenix, right?
Yes.
According to ESPN?
ESPN's website. Yes, sir. Who do you have, Ron?
I'm going Minnesota. Phoenix got their win. That's it. Minnesota runs it out.
Yeah, I'm going Lynx as well. But listen, Phoenix is a good team.
Both been
So
good.
this might be a best of 5 series. I think it could go 5 games.
Well, it is a best of 5 series.
Well, it's going to go 5
whether
games.
or not it will
It'll
go
5 games. All right. That makes more sense. I am a mess tonight. I don't know.
All
right.
What's in the cup?
Dallas Cowboys 30 to the Packers. Wow.
Oh, that's bold. All right. Now, Danny, if you're exactly right on that score, I'll send you something.
He wants a cup, he said.
Oh, you want
What's
like a
you can go on Patreon, Danny, and purchase a cup.
You can purchase one.
You can purchase Sports Unfolded merchandise on.
But I can do that.
And then you can put it on everything. And so when you're in school, Danny, right? If he's in school, he probably have like our Sports Unfolded logos, and then everybody asks, "What's Sports Unfolded?"
He goes around his area and he goes to cafes and stuff, so he can bring the Sports Unfolded mug with him.
Oh, I love it. All right, Ron, we have NASCAR in Kansas, Hollywood Casino 400. We need a top 5 driver. Who do you have?
I was torn on this one, and I'm going to kick myself if my other guy wins, because I was thinking Blaney, but he just won.
Okay.
So I'm not thinking that, okay, he's going to win a second one in a row. But he could. I think he could win. That was my first instinct. But I'm going Kyle Larson.
It's just 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, come on. Really?
Kyle Larson. I can show you. I don't know if you can see it. Kyle Larson.
Wow.
2 weeks in a row.
I mean, our guy came in 6th last week.
Right? We were right there. That is our predictions. Danny, tune in next week. See how you did as well. Ron, first and foremost, let's thank WDJY 99.1 in Dallas, Georgia for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. Let's thank SECTV, Public Access Channel 12, for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Thank you for the support, as well as 990 WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island on Saturdays at 10 a.m. But Ron, we also are looking for people to get a sponsor for our wonderful show. How can they do so?
Oh, it's very simple, Eric. Your ad will be here if you do sponsor the show. We will read the ad. So not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn, and many, many more, including those radio stations that we had just mentioned. Just send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out all the information on the media kit, and you can sponsor this great show. Look, we get 19,000 plus listeners just in Metro Atlanta alone. 19,000. I think your business will want to be on here.
Join us again, not just video, audio, so many different platforms, so many different social media
Danny
outlets.
wants to know where he stands, so I'll put up that chart.
Danny is 41 and 44.
Yeah, you need some wins here this week, Danny. Get over that 50%. But you're even with Kenny,
who's disappeared. Kenny's been MIA for a while now.
I know. He does the show with me on Sunday, and I never hear from him until Sundays.
Oh, boy. All right, Ron. With that, our show is coming to an end. And with that, what that means is we're going to have our final thoughts. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. You are first. Your final thought.
Yeah, I was a little afraid you were going to steal mine.
Ooh. We've never done this before.
I thought I was going to go second. And my final thought tonight goes out. It's really a shout out kind of thing to Terrell Williams, the New England Patriots
That was one of mine. Yeah.
defensive coordinator, who just got diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Yeah.
And, I mean, first of all, everybody probably knows somebody that's been affected by this. Okay. I know way too many people already that has been, um, affected by cancer. Danny is one of them. And we are thankful that he's here with us.
Yes.
And also my co-host, like Becky on Going On Daily, so we all know people, right? And I know way too many. I have a lot of friends that have had it or have it currently. And I just want to just wish him well.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a terrible loss to the team, losing a coordinator at this point of a season. Hopefully he can fight it, get rid of this, and be back with this team. Yeah. I don't know what is in store for him as far as being with the team. That is tough to judge from day to day.
Yeah, he's been out for the last few weeks, so probably going through treatments and whatever he's got to be doing.
So I wish him well. Is basically what I want to say, and I knew you were going to do it too. So if there's anything left that you want to say about it, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the same thing. We just hope, for us, speedy recovery and get through it. And football seems so minuscule when these things happen. So, I'm sure the team isn't thinking about, wow, we lost a coordinator. They're probably a lot of friends and people that care about him that are more concerned about just his health and him getting back to being okay. So now, Terrell Williams, we do wish you
I'd like to see the Patriots put a patch on their jersey.
Prostate candy, Danny. Prostate cancer is what he has.
Yeah. Danny, just so people can read it later, put what you were diagnosed with and and everything like that, so that way people get a little piece of you being on here as a fan, and because it is a great story, and it's what a horrible disease. And so men should get checked.
Yeah.
Go get checked.
Yes. All right. My final thought. Landry Kiffin. Not sure if you know who she is. She is the daughter of Lane Kiffin.
Yep.
She is dating Whit Weeks. Why is that important? Because Whit Weeks is a starting linebacker for the LSU Tigers. And guess who Ole Miss plays this weekend? LSU. So it's a very interesting situation. It's going to be a game that I think most people are going to want to watch, just because when they pan over to her, is she cheering for her dad's team or is she cheering for her boyfriend who's on the opposite side?
It's interesting.
Lane Kiffin already said, bet the over on the spread because he's going to be coming at him with everything he has. And they're a very good offensive team. Who knows? But right, just an interesting story. You don't hear about that too much. It's just a very, very fun game to probably.
I bet you Lane Kiffin gets the win.
It could, I think he does.
She's an infiltrator.
What is she doing? But that should be a fun game. All right, Ron, that is our show. We want to thank those that have joined us live tonight. Danny, Kurt, thank you for your participation tonight.
Danny was awesome today. Great points.
Anybody who joins us afterwards, please like, share, follow our show, tell your friends about it, and join us every Friday night at 6 p.m. for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. We will be here next week, Ron. I cannot wait. And all we ever ask for every single show is that we finally get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.